Well, greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your beloved Star Wars Dad Nooch. Too good. It's good to see everyone today. Stanimal is already signed up. That brings our total down to 9 available roster reviews. We're gonna have this is we're trying out this new method with all the stuff on the screen. Where am I here? I gotta go to this, and we gotta change this to 9 available because Stanimal just grabbed one. I am going to our next roster review stream is going to be just a gifted stream, nothing else. We're not gonna. So this is my rant note taking for this morning. So hold on, Stanimal, I gotcha. Mr. Oyster is now a member of the High Council. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We salute our High Council members here at Nooch Too Good Studios. We thank you for everything that you do for this little guy and this community. You truly support and keep us running on a day-to-day basis. You keep the rice in the pot. Thank you, Mr. Oyster, so much. I appreciate you, man. That's great. That's great. Jay Chung is here, the single malted Jedi, as he has become to be known. Sam, aren't you a member too? I can't ever keep track of your membership. Comes and goes and comes and goes.
You want to go home and rethink your life? I want to go home and rethink my life.
All right, so no membership at the moment. Got it. I don't think so, unless my search feature's not working. Okay, so we're gonna do some reviews. Mr. Oyster, are we doing your review today? We're gonna do some reviews today. Where was I? Hold on, had to like just settle my brain there for a second. I wonder if...
Can I get a roster review of my new F2P 883 by 323 X224?
It's coming in hot. It's coming in hot. Hold on. I missed my chance to attack a TW full clear. They're still stuck in our front zones. Bottom wall Hondos have like 25 holds. Well, well, yeah. Was there a feat for doing that? Okay, hold on. I gotta keep track here. So, Durzo, ally code. We got Spymeth. Hold on, let me get this, All right, I've created complete pandemonium at the beginning of the stream. That's what's happening here, and it's just, all right, hold on. Katie Rushby. We're down to 6 now. I need Katie Rushby. I know that was kind of the purpose, actually. I'm learning about marketing as I go. Katie Rushby and Mr. Oyster, if you want your review, I need your number. And Spymus is a new free-to-play. Okay, cool. Gotcha, Katie Rushby. All right. We're down to 6. All right. So here's what I was saying a moment ago. We're gonna do the reviews. I'm gonna do some work on my accounts here. I'm just gonna go through and do the stuff. I'm not gonna do anything major. Let me write these down. All right. Okay. I just need to do my account stuff. So So our next roster review stream, which, let's see, tomorrow is Grand Arena. Saturday will be Grand Arena. I'm not sure. It'll probably be either this weekend or next week. The next time we do a roster review stream, I'm going to do all gifted reviews. We're going to do a couple of those here in December to make sure people are getting their gifted reviews. I got to keep track of these accounts and make sure I know what I'm doing on which account. So I won't be doing any paid reviews, any, you know, specific. They're already paid for by members who have paid for them, but
978 by 174 x 846.
Bees? I don't know. Have we had, I feel like we had this discussion before. All right. Hold on. Now we're down to almost none. That's two more. I can't even say the things I want to say. I'm glad you guys are all over this. All right, hold on. All right. There's Jivian. What's up, Jivian? All right, Jivian, if you want your review, get your ally code in there. All right, Mr. Oyster. What this will set up for like a very relaxing rest of the stream. A little bit of chaos at the beginning because of all the FOMO, and then we'll have a relaxing rest of the stream.
Got Balin and JMK since last one. Hope no one takes out a bulb on your tree this Christmas. 271 by 135 x 981.
Guys, there's one review left. One. One review left. That's it. And there it is. We're done. There are no reviews available.
137,242,983. I'll do mine.
I'll do you, XL So Green. I gotta cut this off. This will make my life very easy the rest of the stream. Sorry, it's nothing personal, but it was getting to the point where it's like it was just. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay, XL So Green, Benjamin Gillespie, I got you there. Too insane, I missed the Twitch. Okay, well, I can't even limit it to 10 anymore, can I? Fuck's sake. I don't see you on the list, Too Insane. What is your name on YouTube? I don't see your membership, man. I don't see your membership. I don't know what YouTube's doing with this stuff anymore. If you have a YouTube membership, Too Insane, I'll do that, but it's got to be there. Okay. Whoo! All right. Where are we? I did do that. And this. All right. We're full. We're full. Let me get all these entered here. Welcome to Nooch Masters, by the way. Any Masters members that I've missed along the way, thank you for all your support. There's a lot happening. Sauron DeSantis, let me get this. Even when I try to limit it to 10, it goes to 12. Benjamin Gillespie. And then Jivian. We got a number for Jivian? I don't see your number, Jivian. I don't see it. All right. Well, that clearly worked. Day 11, asking Coca-Cola to sponsor our little channel. Okay. I'm gonna be updating my mod score today because you guys watched me roll a bunch of big mods the other day and it went pretty well. I went up like over a point on my mod scores, so congratulations to me. We filled up fast. Dirk Enda is here, a member of the Mod Squad, boys and girls. All of our members, Mod Squad, High Council, Masters, Nooch Knights, I can't get on the Disciples, and even down to our Padawans. We support each and every single one of you. We thank you here at Nooch Too Good Studios for your support of this channel and everything we do on a daily basis. You can all look for a bag of cookies to fall out of the sky onto your porch today. Congratulations on your support of the channel, my friends. Okay. Oh, we are definitely a little channel. We are definitely a little channel. I know. I'm not saying that we haven't accomplished anything here. We definitely have. And I know that we are number 2 in the Galaxy of Heroes sphere. But in the broad scheme of things, this is a small YouTube channel. So and Twitch channel. A small YouTube Twitch channel. So there we go. Okay, Jimmy, I got you. It went from 10 to 0 in about 12 minutes. Yes, that's right, North Mountain. It went from 10 to 0 in about 12 minutes. I can't find your name, Too Insane. I've got my member list pulled up. I'm control F'ing Too Insane, and I don't see it. Now, I'm not seeing it at all on YouTube. I don't see it, man. Okay, so I just gotta do some of my regular stuff here on these accounts, and then we will we'll jump into all these roster reviews and get them done, folks. Okay, just give me a few minutes. I am currently in the process of debating on this account. We're going for Leia. I'm gonna have a calendar lightspeed token here. What does this do? What is a bronzium? Bronzium gives me Bronzium is level 85, relic 1, 4 stars. So 4 stars. So I'm gonna keep grabbing the shards. I'm gonna keep grabbing the shards for Kanan here, and I'll get him at relic with that. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. This is the Leia account right now, by the way. So we have limited. We don't really, there's a lot of stuff we don't do on here. Okay, don't need that. Don't need Razor Crest on this account. I'd like to get that on my other account. Okay, there's that. So let's spend some energy. Spend some energy. I have to tell you, there's not a lot to farm on this account. They're giving you all the Leia stuff so freely. Like, I don't even know what to farm. For real. And I don't really feel like putting together a big... I'm just trying to rush to Leia and find out what that looks like and get out of here. That's what I'm trying to do. So... you know... Since when I had that little bar, that was from last, people have suggested it on a number of occasions, and the last few streams I've had to answer how roster reviews work about 75 times each, and I was like, fine, crawl. We're going to the crawl. Oh, look, I got to take Qui-Gon to 7 stars. I think, since I'll be getting the Poncho Bros here in the next couple weeks, like, well, like 4 weeks, I'll get that Qui-Gon. All right, so where do I spend this here? I think I just need to keep buying Chirotech. Can I do this at all? I don't think so. Well, I do have a Relic Palpatine now. Let's see what happens here. Thank you, Slooty. Also known as Onslaught Storm. Well, Slooty is here, Vader Slaps is here. That's more Masters and High Council members. Let's just keep our High Council members happy for being here. Oh, I've already lost, yeah, Darth Maul sucks. Not Darth. Yeah, Darth Maul. Brain's not working. Brain malfunction. Yeah, Captain Han Solo is in the Rebel Lightspeed token, but I got Drogon with that. Captain Han Solo is not a hard farm. As I mentioned in my Lightspeed token farming guide, there are only a few characters for each of those that you should be considering. Captain Han Solo is not one of them. He's an easy Cantina farm. He's an easy gear. With those Lightspeed tokens, you get the ones that are more expensive gears, like Drogon, Kyle Katarn, Chupio, Saw Gerrera. You know, you don't look at people like Captain Han Solo. You don't get that with a Lightspeed token. And I saw that Meathead posted, this is interesting. Nobody should be doing this. The team is aware that the Rebel Lightspeed token being applied to Lobot is not targeting Lobot, and we're investigating. Who in who is out of their mind? Who is out of their mind? And getting a Lobot Lightspeed token. You are insane. You have wasted, I mean, I guess maybe if they're sitting there and they've got everything else or something. To me, that's the only excuse for getting a Lobot Lightspeed token, is if you've got everything else already done. You know? You accidentally spent it on Chupio. Did you already have Chupio? You felt very bad spending all that money in IG90 yesterday. It'll be fun to use in 3 months. Well, how do you know? That's my real question. How do you know you're gonna have him at a usable level in 3 months? I'm not trying to be snarky or nasty or mean. It's a very real question that I have. Like, we assume that investing a bunch of money in these characters is going to reap rewards, but the math is like out of reach for normal everyday people. I don't even know if it's within reach for Capital Games this one. I just don't even think there's I mean, I can guarantee in saying that if for some reason you spend all this money and on day one, when the era is over, you open it up and you've got a Gear 8 character, they're gonna fix it. They'll fix it at that point. But how do we even know? Just saying. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna go any further on that. Okay. I am more and more coming to the conclusion that this Leia farm is going to be pretty super casual. I don't think this is going to be difficult at all to farm Galactic Legend Leia. I barely have to do any work. That'll be on my update video tomorrow. I think I'm going to have it tomorrow. What's that? Thank you. And Cantina Energy, which right now we're getting Chirpa Shards. Activate. Yours will be level 9. Okay. That's how you know. Got it. I got it. You're right. Okay. It's actually shows in the conversion, so that makes sense. That said, it's like, how much money did you have to spend? Are you willing to share on that? Too insane. Why is it not showing when I... So 13. So I say 10 and I get 13. That's how this is. I don't know why it's not showing on the member list. I'm literally searching like 8 times. And I pulled it today. Let me see something here. Because your name is Baby Huey, that's why. YouTube, you suck. There's Baby Huey. YouTube sucks. YouTube is now showing the @names, but when I pull my member list so I can work with you guys, it shows your @name. I gotcha. Give me your ally. Oh, you gave me the ally code on Twitch. I'm really sorry, man. I'm really sorry. That's frustrating. That is frustrating. God, YouTube. Why does everything get made more complex on the daily? Why do we take things that aren't broken and fix them? Stupid. It's literally stupid. Oh, look, we have this system that's working just fine, isn't hurting anybody, isn't causing any problems. Let's change it. Let's change it so that when people are on YouTube watching, it shows their @name. But then when Nooch has to go check their membership levels, it shows their channel name. I didn't think you were trying to scam me. It wasn't seeing it. I'm gonna gift some memberships just because I feel like it. I wish I could gift more. There's 5. And there's 5 more. All right, there we go, folks. I am making it green, boys and girls. That's what just happened. If I can't find any of my buttons anymore. Make it green. Ugh. Devs are always breaking stuff in order to have stuff to fix later, so they can keep their job of fixing stuff. I don't think that's a conscious motivation in most cases. I do think that we find ways to justify our jobs by doing stupid stuff. I've seen it. Holy cow. I really think that's what's going on with the Coliseum. I think that they planned this big Coliseum release. It wasn't ready for what they wanted it to do. And they said, but it's the 10th anniversary, we're gonna release it anyway because Joe Schmo, Mr. CEO, has to tell the bigwigs at Capital Games and the bigwigs at EA and gotta report to the board that he made the update and the update is there. That's what I think happened. I've seen it happen. We had a workflow system launched when I worked for a major international bank. We had an operations workflow system that they launched that did nothing, actually did nothing. Like, a workflow system should say, okay, here's this piece of work, I'm routing it to this person, routing this other piece to this person, it should be like that. Route this one to this system, and it should, all this workflow system did was require people to go in and click and log the hours that they were working on stuff. And somehow it got pushed through and went to completion without being a usable, workable system because there was some bigwig that had to put it on their resume. And I'm sure that person failed upward to another job at that major international bank or went on and got hired at another position at another major international bank, and they're gonna keep failing upwards until they've got $30 million in the bank. Con! $250 for level 70 day one to get those stupid materials from daily era battles. And all resources. So, wow. So $250 just for 15 levels of rewards. And did you spend $100? Did you spend $100 to get to level 6 so that you can take it to level 7 the rest of the way? What'd you spend on the stars? Okay, I think we're done here. We're gonna jump accounts. I'm just getting all my current stuff that needs to be done on my accounts done, and then we're gonna jump into these 850 reviews. Because I said only 10, and within 10 minutes we had 850. All right, let me get over to here. Do the liking and subscribing, everybody, if you haven't yet. Okay, let me switch accounts. All right, while I'm switching accounts, if you are lurking on the YouTubes or the Twitches, drop a big L in chat to let me know that you are lurking so I can give you a shout out on today's stream. I work for a Fortune 500 company. I'm an engineer that uses process tools to complete my job. Leaders outside my company decided to change my process program. It doesn't work, and they are not here. Oh, they're not in. Hello, your system doesn't work. Oh, I'm talking to a machine. And all of that is, I'm sure, is completely unrelated to the fact that we are run by about 5 oligopolies in the United States. They just run the entire country. I'm sure it's all completely unrelated. Here I go again. Sauron DeSantis is here, and I'm getting wound up. You spent $140 to get Luke to 7 stars, $180 to get level 80. My IG90 is sitting there. Jeez. Well, I don't know. To me, it's impossible to know the economics of this. I spent $100 on. I'm going to spend $100 on each marquee to get them to the 6-star level, so that as I play through the marquee, there'll be 7 stars by the end of it. And that's all that I'm spending. I'm not willing to go any more than that. Lurking today on the shorts feed, we got Pyroge and Yukist. Over on the Twitches, we got 2 Insane, who I was confused about his membership, but we got it figured out. Well, nah, I'm not going to change that title. And then we've got the Detonation, Jorge Vasquez, Reven Struck, Mr. Kestis, Radudinu, Dasuke Kasai, Callum Lane, Matt DKR, Testis Kilgore, Demon Rage, Jestum Grood? Jestum Grood? That's weird. Dylan Hughes, Benjamin Gillespie, Philip Tufts. That's an exercise for Philip Tufts. Over the lip, through the gums, watch out teeth, here it comes, something like that. Shield Maiden, Inspector IP, XL So Green, Me Zombie U Food, Matt WUK, Dark Stanley, Mr. Oyster, Jack Howarth, Dung Beetle, J Tay, Sauron DeSantis, Zaxxon, Bandit, Grand Champ, Vader Slaps, Taka Tuesday, Leonard is here. What's up, buddy? Caladan, almost at 4 years of membership for Leonard. Wow. Caladan is there. Astrovond, Mad Engineer, Jante, AJYT. We ain't got no alibi, you ugly. Sour face, MB Nottleman. Oh, it's MB Nottleman. I was at the club the other day, and oh, good old MB Nottleman. Have you heard of it? Yes, that's MB Nottleman Senior the Third. He suggested I have the roast escargot, and I imbibed, and let me tell you, with a dash of white wine, tremendous. MB Nottleman, always tremendous suggestions, my friend. Jay Chung, Sage of 6 Pass, Durzo is out there lurking. Good to see everybody. You're welcome for the gifted membership. Nooch saying hello to all these people except the one person who needed it. Wilson. All right. Let's go to my YouTube Perfect account here. I already done stuff here. Do I have? All I really care about is Razor Crest shards right now. I'm pretty close. No updates to this account too. It was 79 out of 100. So if I need to, I could do 3 purchases of Razor Crest shards. Ooh, what can I do here? That's reinforcement. I don't need that. Go ahead. All right. Get on with your bad self. I don't use this very often. I will be using it somewhat when I get the Executor, but that's not reinforcing either. All right. I think everything is done on this account. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. I don't have enough 5-star characters, really. Well, I am farming Nihilus right now. Well, let's do the first tier here. Robert Rich is out there. More Masters members checking in this morning, boys and girls.
Master.
Razor Crest unlocked. Houndstooth to 7 stars. That's always good news. That's gonna benefit you. Jahani Croxville. Yuki STT, as we talk about it a lot in our modding videos here on the channel, go check swgoh.gg and see what all the top players in the game are modding Jedi Master Luke, and that will tell you what everybody's using for mods on those characters. So go check swgoh.gg for the mods that people are using on the characters that you need to mod. You were looking at the post-era levels and gearing. It's based on the total era level, not individual levels. What does that mean? I don't know what you mean. Good job, Jorge. Yeah, this is gonna wipe through it. I just need to get some more stars on Nihilus. I'll try to do that for next time around. This will be a team right here that can get through Challenge Tier 1 pretty easily. Until I get the Revens down the road. All right. Yeah, I don't know. What do you mean here? So, IG's 15, Stormtrooper Luke is 12. It's based on total era level, not individual levels. Oh, it's based on this? Gotta go on a freaking rabbit hole to find any information here. So, your gear levels on era characters is based on era level, not care. It is the level that gives you the 10 era currency. Yeah, you gotta click 85 times. Era level information. Era levels are converted to gear and relic levels when the era ends. Era levels are the system of power progression for areas during the current era. They require unique... I'm not... This looks like his era level is level 12. I know what you're saying, and it seems confusing. And that's the problem. This looks like Luke's era level is level 12. My overall era of anniversary total era level is 27. 2 characters with a total era level of 27. But it looks to me like the individual character level is what converts them to their level. Because he's level 12 and this shows him at gear 3. And IG is level, what, 15? level 15, and that converts them to gear 4. So I don't, it's not confusing. It is confusing if you're looking for hope. There's nothing about the era characters that's not confusing. I'm sorry, I completely disagree. What the hell? This whole thing is confusing. Again, I'll say, just like I said this morning on today's video, if you're gonna just make a separate game mode that's separate from the rest of the game, just do that. Don't make this separate game mode that's separate for 3 months and combines with the other game mode, and the gearing and everything is poof. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Anyway, all right, let me do this stuff and then we will, I'm kind of, well, my Phoenix might be working. No, I'm kind of down to one team here. See if this works. You almost accidentally purged 450 spare mods you have by forgetting to check off no speed secondaries. $450 spare mods is a lot, like your limit is 500. No, there's actually like 13 reviews today, Stardust. You're just late. It's the first review of the month. I think everybody was ready to go. So you just have to get into a later review stream. Although our next review stream is going to be gifted reviews only, so just be aware of that. Get rid of Rex. You guys gotta go faster than this. Welcome to Nooch Padawans, JT. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you. This is not going well. Qui-Gon, you gotta do some more work here. Now, not so much for that. I don't think I can beat that. Let's see here. You're wrong, BM. I'm sorry. I don't want to just tear you up on stream because I know you're just trying to help, but you're just wrong. The character level at the end of the era is based on the character level. We literally just looked at it. It's literally in English, and it shows that Luke is at level 12 and he'll be at gear 3, and IG90 is at level 15 and he'll be at gear 4. It like shows it in when you click on the information thing. It shows the individual character path. So, sorry, you're just wrong. The overall journey number is just a number to give you rewards. I don't see anything really tied to that. I really get it, MB Nottleman. You're looking for a sliver of hope to make it better, and you're just not finding it. But you good job looking. I mean, you know. None of this is really any good. We had a little bit of snow down here, southwest Missouri. St. Louis got a lot of snow. Stop it, Sauron DeSantis. My Phoenix is looking pretty good here in the old conquest, the old normal conquest. I'm trying to get enough currency so I can relic Darth Vader here and get my characters done for Executor so I can move on to some other characters. I don't think any of this is any good. That's okay. Nobody knows, MB Nodelman. Nobody knows. That's the problem. That's what I keep saying. That's the problem. We don't know. We don't know. It makes no sense to me either, dude. Gear 12 Yoda dead. Dazes on everybody. Qui-Gon didn't clear the debuffs. They would. Capital Games said they'd issue a gear pack to catch everybody up. Oh Lord. Is that really what they said? Just test it before you release it. Can we not have somebody sit at a desk and play through at some imaginary pace on the? I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. I will leave it to chat to talk about Coliseum and the character updates and everything. I can't. I just can't. Yeah, it literally feels like, you guys will figure this out. And if it doesn't work quite like we said it would, we'll just give you a pack to make it work like we said it would while we do some work in the background to test it and add some more stuff to this game mode later on. Now, I can actually see where, like, next time around, they should have, like, a complete team rather than a bunch of individual lifters for different teams, so. That's correct, Charles Hamilton. All right, that's enough of that. Not enough to get me. All right. Switching accounts one more time. Over to the main account, everybody. Just gonna do my stuff here, then we'll start roster reviews. They are not going to have shorter eras. That's the you're again. You're just it's Sauron DeSantis. Never mind. He's just trolling me. Yeah, we'll see what the hell if that actually happens. I'm not convinced that they've got it worked out where that's actually going to work, but whatever. My Luke didn't gain any levels from IG. My Luke gained 0 levels. I put it on IG. So Luke is stuck at the levels he's at. I guess I haven't done my dailies here. That's right. I was late last night. I had to work ahead on some shorts. Yeah, they said this is how eras work now, period. They're not doing other shorter eras. That's gone. The shorter era thing is gone. That's what they said. This is a new way of introducing characters to the game, period. No, they're not going to go back and do shorter eras sometimes for kicks and grins. This is it. This is what the game is now. I'm going to show you guys my mod score improvement here momentarily. This is what the game is now. Maybe a year from now, they'll find out that it didn't work and it's a piece of garbage and toss it, but this is what the game is now. Okay. See here, I've actually invested. This is $100 for each character, so that's got me about twice as good as my other. Not twice as good, but you know, whatever. I don't even know what twice as good is, to be honest. Oh, this is annoying too. This is highly annoying. Look. Oh, I can find the farming location on the gray ones. Can I find it on the green ones? I can find the farming location on the green ones. Watch this. If you need blue signal data, flawed signal data, so to speak, nope. Nope. Unavailable. You have to go around and find it yourself. All right, so I gotta go out here. I've been swearing myself a little bit lately. It's hard for me to hold other people accountable when... All right, so I gotta go over here and do it myself. Thank you, I have done that myself. Okay, and now with this stuff, I'm just farming here now. I get 100 to 150 comments per video. I just can't sit here. I just can't reply to all of them. It would cost me like an hour and a half of every day, and I don't have another hour and a half in the days to give, unfortunately. All right. Okay. I think I had some Datacrons. I'm out of credits though, right? I am working these things like nobody's business. Oh, I got some credits. Support characters, light side. Okay, let's finish this one. I'm not re-rolling. Okay, there we go. Cup, Ugnaught, Isla, Sakura, Admiral Akbar, Qui-Gon. Really? I don't really care about any of those. I just want this. And that's not even the best one. Well, there you go. Whenever Qui-Gon damages an enemy with a special ability and the enemy doesn't have armor shred, inflict armor shred. Whenever Qui-Gon uses a basic, it damages an enemy. That's the crappy CLS. That doesn't do much. But this is what's out there. So this can probably go on my Qui-Gon team going forward. That's nice. I'll take that. I'm going to roll the living crap out of these Datacrons. I want these things to be around for quite some time. Dark Side Healer, we're going to keep that around. That'll be like a Night Sister Cron, so we'll get to the end of this, then we'll re-roll that later. All right. I would encourage you, Saya Samuel, have a conversation with people in chat right now. Literally, there are literally 150 people right in front of you talking about the update. If you've got a different opinion, drop it in chat, have a conversation. When I get chances, I look at chat. I think I look at chat a lot more than a lot of people. I do my best. I just can't look at everything, but you got an opportunity right now in front of you. Maybe it doesn't fit the exact opportunity you were initially looking for, but it's a pretty good opportunity nonetheless. I would take advantage of that. Sometimes everything doesn't go according to the way you would like it to go. But another, like when a door closes, a window might open or something like that. That's not bad. I can take a shot at that. 4 speed's okay. All right. Let's just go fight a squad battle. Got Leia in here with the R2 cron. Ah, you're completely wrong, Samuel. Sorry. I've tried every strat. I've done almost no. I've done almost no autoing in the Coliseum. There's not. Nah, you're just wrong. Yeah, so I'm glad you're enjoying it, and that's good. There is not the space nor the room in the Coliseum for mass levels of theory crafting, and it's just not there. It just doesn't exist. But if you're enjoying it, that's tremendous. I'm happy for you, really. But I don't see what you're saying at all, not even a little bit. There's a little bit of room for a small amount of theory crafting, and not to mention that small amount of theory crafting gets you a nominally higher amount of rewards. So I just disagree entirely with what you're saying. Yeah, I've read the boss kits. I know that with the Zepho Guardians, just off the top of my head, that when they don't have a shield, they do much more damage. So you try and spread the damage around to not do, to get them when they're either shielded or finish them off when they're not shielded. I know with the two tigers, that if one of them is more than 15% below the other one, that one does more damage. I mean, I'm reading the kits. Yeah, you're making assumptions here. You're making a lot of assumptions about me. That, honestly, that's kind of rough. That's kind of rough. That you would just assume that I'm not doing that stuff, and that's the reason why the Coliseum sucks. 95% of the community would disagree with you here. Now, again, you're free to think what you want to think and feel what you want to feel and enjoy it. And if you're finding enjoyment in that other people are not, I would say congratulations. I'm just not having the same experience. I don't feel the same way about it. And so there you go. I gotta study this so I know where these are. Where is that? How do I have this loaded? Hold on. Big misplay. So what you're saying is I could really, really dial in even more than I'm dialing in right now and get to level 3 and then do 0 damage. Is that what you're saying? Thumbs up. Thumbs up. It's just such a weird mechanic that this thing is ramping up so slowly. It's just such a weird mechanic. All right. Droids. I can get K2SO relicked. Do I have him relicked? I think I already have him relicked. I can get Stap. IG-86. That's my only options here? And I've already got K2SO. Oh, how does he spell his freaking name? He's already relic 0. So I'm gonna take him to relic 3. Okay. Relic 3. And then we will get Stap up to relic. All right. That worked out. I am not using crystals on the era current. No way, dude. No way. I am not spending crystals on the... No, absolute, that is a zero. That is a non-starter. Using my crystals on the era currency when it just the amount of understanding on that is so limited, out. I know he's pretty good R9, but I've got a lot of other priorities at the moment. I have a lot of other priorities at the moment before I do K2SO R9, but I know he's a pretty good R9. No, there's no way I'm dropping crystals or money on any of the era stuff when just understanding where that gets me in the game is pretty amorphous right now. It's like a big blob. It's like a big blob. Invest your hard-earned currency into... That's the actual cash, but whatever. Yeah, though there's crystals. Invest your crystals and currency into this stuff, so you can upgrade your character possibly. Maybe it's I'm just not willing to do it. I'm just not willing to do it. Quite honestly, I'll take him at Gear 12 or Relic 0, and I'll add some levels later on. That I've already spending $100 per character to get him to the 7 stars by the end of the marquee. That's it. That's all they get from me. I wouldn't be doing that if I wasn't a content creator. So, there you go. Oh, let's pull my... I'm going to show my mod score here. So, I pulled my mod score here. Where is it? There it is. We pulled our mod score on the 1st of December. 7.27, 15.45. Get ready. We did that mod work the other day. 7.59, 16.12. Massive improvement. Massive improvement. Let's pull my mod queue. What's this date? Not working right now? No, okay, I can't get that right now. All right, that's fine. So, huge improvement. What's my GP at? 12,651,630. Okay. Okay, so 12.6 million, 16.12. I think this is finally going to start getting me. Nope. God dang it! I'm trying to put some distance between me and this curved average line, but I'm just always sitting on that curved average line. That's me right there, the dark orange one that's behind the other one. Oh well. We're gonna keep moving. So, but that was a big mod improvement from the other work, the mod work the other day. I don't know. here's the big problem with the whole, and we'll get these reviews here. Stanimals first. The biggest problem with the whole Coliseum, somebody pointed it out, is there's been no communication about how this works. They've kind of mentioned stuff and talked about it. This is a slow burn character launch tool, which is really weird. You have to learn and understand an entirely different gearing and leveling system outside of the confines of the game. So you have to learn and understand and grow in that and figure it all out. It's just a mess. And I really am not comfortable. I'm not just being like, I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy. I am very, very, extremely uncomfortable spending any resources here when I don't know long-term what that's gonna look like. And I don't wanna sit here and have to do math for the next 2 hours of my life to figure out what that long-term is gonna look like on my roster. I really don't, and I'm not going to, So that's the problem for me. They've made it untenable for me to spend money or crystals on their stupid new game mode because it's so difficult to understand how the progression works and where spending those crystals is going to get me 3 months down the line. Now you could tell me all day that spending 2,000 crystals per marquee is going to get me this, that, and the other thing. That's great. That's your calculation. I'm not going to know that until mid-February if it actually worked. That's all I'm saying. And I think you're clearly you're demonstrating, and whatever, you know, you're perfect. Again, you're perfectly well to feel the way you do, Samuel. But you are in the very small minority of people that thinks this is a clear path to success. That it's just really difficult to understand. There's no communication. It doesn't make any sense. I have to sit down. I'd have to sit down for literally like 2 hours, study everything, put all the stuff together, spreadsheet it, try to understand. It doesn't bear any resemblance to gearing in the rest of the game. None of it makes any sense. Unless and I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It should not have been designed this way. It's a mess. It's a mess. Period. End of story. It is a mess. Don't tell me I just need to spend crystals for the first Aeratune. Don't tell me that. No, I'm all right. I can't have the conversation anymore, Samuel. I'm glad you're happy with it. I'm glad you're happy with it. I'm not willing to say, I'm just not willing to say that that's all I've got to do to make this thing work for me. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Jayla, my biggest complaint on Coliseum is we don't use the new Aeratunes with their appropriate team. I don't care how. Yeah, I do think that is a problem that stems from, and we got to do these reviews, by the way. So I think that that's a problem that stems more from the release than from the design, because next time around it'll be a full team. It'll be a full team of Jedi or Sith or whatever it's going to be. You know, lizards from the planet Gorkin. I don't know. It'll be like a full team of stuff, and so the characters will work together in most era battles. This era battle is just full of, it's 7 lifters, 6 lifters and a journey lifter, and so they don't really fit together, which is honestly a really odd way. I mean, I get that it ties in with the 10th anniversary. You got these old teams that aren't being used. You put a lifter out and it lifts them up, but it's an odd way to launch this product by saying, hey, here's a bunch of characters that don't work together while you get used to this new game system that doesn't make any sense and has no correlation to the rest of the game. You're also going to be using teams that don't work together, so visually it's unappealing, gameplay it's unappealing. You know, it's like you combine all the most unappealing parts of this game mode and put it all into one and launched it. All right, let's do some reviews. We got to get on this. Stanimal. Learn this synergy that will never matter. There you go, Sanderson. There you go. It's like the kid that's gonna go into, I don't know. The kid that's gonna go into the arts taking calculus 3. Like, what? What? Spy Math, I gotta go. I'll timestamp the review, yeah. I can do you next. Let's do Spy Math right now. Sam, let's do Spy Math right now. Sorry. Let's just get it done. This is Spy Math's new free-to-play account. There's the front page. Carbonite 5. There's your Phoenix. There's your, what's it called? Endurance. I always want to say Endeavor. Space shuttle action there. And... don't think the profile is going to work today. All right, we're at 1.89, 1.86. That's a huge mod score. 0.29 million squad GP. That's a huge mod score, boys and girls. Guess the galactic power. You're in my guild. Not my guild. You're in the same guild that I'm in. I don't want to claim the guild that I have ownership of the guild. Here's the problem with what you're saying, Samuel. Everyone is engaging with the Coliseum and no one is finding it satisfying or rewarding. Again, I'm glad you are, buddy. Every single person in this chat is engaging with the Coliseum. It's kind of weird that you're assuming people aren't. It's just really weird. Now, if you're expecting everybody to sit down and study it for 2 to 3 hours, that's unreasonable. That's unreasonable. This is a toilet game, man. People have jobs, people have families, people are in class, people are doing stuff. This is a game, you know, we want to play for 30 to 60 minutes a day, enjoy ourselves, have fun. The idea that somebody, maybe that's I guess it's my job, to sit there and study it for 2 hours and tell people, you know, how to come up with it and work through it. But every single person in this stream, Samuel, is engaging with Coliseum. You're making a giant assumption there that's really unfair and kind of judgmental, if I'm being honest. The whole community is engaging with this game mode, and the vast majority really, really hate it. All right, guys, the time is up and the guesses are in. Let's take a look and see what we got. We are at 452,215. Nope. 382 from Adam. 400 from Tacitus and Stardust. 416 from Matt DKR. $2 million, good God. 435 from Dung Beetle, and that's the winner. If you're watching a YouTube stream for this game, then you are part of it. Absolutely. What I wouldn't give to have 2% of the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes video community watching my streams every day. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. There are 200 to 300,000 people every day playing this game, and I get 150 to 200 people on stream. 1% of 200,000 is 2,000. I get 1% of 1%. Excuse me. I get 10% of 1%. I get 0.1% of the amount of people playing this game every day in my streams. The people here that are watching, Samuel, all right, we're out. I can't do it, dude. You can keep arguing in chat. I can't keep talking. You're not listening to anything I'm saying. I'm listening to what you're saying, and I'm trying to relate to it, and I'm putting it out there, but you're on your soapbox. I appreciate it. You really like the game mode. I'll say for the 8th time, I'm glad you're enjoying the game mode. You're in the very small minority, and you very much believe in it, and that's great. Continue on. But everybody in this chat, everybody in this chat is fully engaged in Coliseum, or has tried to be. And there we go. Yeah, congratulations. You're all in the top 0.1%. All right, here's this new account for Spy Math. Let's get the mod score registered here. That's gonna be a killer mod score, by the way. 1.89, 1.86. It's not gonna be here. And this isn't up today, unfortunately. 452, 215. All right. So that mod score at 450,000 is going to stick out. It's right there. It just popped up. It just popped up right there. It's sticking out above and beyond any other mod scores at that galactic power. That's a tremendous mod score. You are working the mods extraordinaire. We've got the Phoenix. What? There's not much to review here, Spy Math, but congratulations. You got all the Phoenix, you got Captain Drogon, you got Palpatine, you are working on Master Qui-Gon, you're gonna grab the Lightspeed token for Padawan Obi-Wan. Congratulations. Looking good. That's all I got. Nice mods. I mean, we're working on them. That's an incomplete speed set. Just if you weren't, well, you might be aware of that. I know we were early on, but that's an incomplete speed set on Hera. Buddy, this is how you start a game. This is how you go get Galactic Legend Leia Organa. And it looks great. Nice account. Great. I mean, it's crazy, guys. Think of where we're gonna be in May when all of this stuff. This is the good part of the game, and I'm really glad to talk. I love talking about it. When we get down here, so this is running through April 7th, right? When we get down to here, and this is complete around April 21st. If you start an account after that, you can like farm all of this stuff. You can have 42 relic characters on your roster in a very short period of time. Holy crap nuggets. Holy crap nuggets, Batman. That's just insane. They've dialed up the new farming to 11. Spy Math. I'm going for Lightspeed Tug with Hermit Yoda. Well, we don't know if that's available yet. Have we seen anything that shows that that's going to be available? If he is, I get it. And I do understand he's a little harder to farm. He's not harder to gear. If you want my preference, you are a ways down the road from needing Hermit Yoda. Really. Like, you're going to get Galactic Legend Leia. You don't even have Wampa yet. You know, my preference would be to get Padawan Obi-Wan to complete your Master Qui-Gon Padawan Obi-Wan Duel of the Fates. That's what my preference would be. If Hermit Yoda is available and you want to do that, go for it. But Hermit Yoda is 100 Kyrotex. Now, he costs you a lot of that, you know, that currency, raid currency, TB currency, to get him. So I understand that. So he's not a cheapie. He's not a free cheapie. Do we find out that he's? Okay, I need someone not to just tell me that's there. I need someone to give me a little more information. I understand you're. Nobody ever puts context around anything. He's in the bundle. I know it. Well, tell me how to effing find it. Is it in the data mine somewhere? I don't know, dude. I'm just... I can't answer quick questions anymore. Check the token? How do I check the token? How do you check the token? That's not helpful. These are all Mandalorians. Where are you checking the token? No, I do not, Cincinnati. We're full. We filled up in 10 minutes. Actually, we overfilled in 10 minutes. I don't know how you check that. I don't know how you check the token. Well, I'm not gonna be able to see him on this account. Is he in the healer one? In shipments? I'm not gonna be able to see it. You can log into a different account. I'm still not convinced I would spend it on Hermit Yoda, but okay. Hang on, I'm gonna check it. What? I just picked that. Is he in the healers? These are attackers, tanks, support. He's in the support one. Okay, so that if he's in the support one, that's going to indicate he probably will be in the Jedi one then. Okay. Okay. So, all right. So, yeah, he is available in the support lightspeed token. I don't know if that's healer or support. So, yeah, he'll probably be available. That's not support either, but that is support. Biggs is a support? That makes no sense. Okay, so Herbert Yoda will be available. I'm 50-50. I just really see it as a nice brand new account, Spy Math, but I just really see it as I'd rather get the Poncho Bros up and running as fast as possible to get the rewards from that. And I can farm, you can farm Hermit Yoda down the road. You don't need Hermit Yoda right now. He's not, you don't need him for anything. But you're gonna go out and have to spend 400 Kyrotech on Padawan Obi-Wan? Up to you, but that's why I would get the Padawan Obi-Wan. All right, Stanimal. Stanimal the Ravenous, the Hall's Chromium Cowboys, Kyber 2, there's all the stuff. Let me get the mod score pulled. You have a lot of balls in the air right now. I'm getting DM'd all over. If you ever want to know why I may not respond to your DMs, these just keep going and go. I mean, I've just, yeah. Okay, Stanimal, 12.03, 25.2, 8 million squad GP. Guess the galactic power. Go to the character, click the Lightspeed token. Is a list of them? If I go to Herbert Yoda, I won't be able to see it on this account though. See you, Spy Math. right, folks, it's not 27 million Stanimal, but good try. The time is up and the guesses are in. Let's take a look. We are at 13 million even almost. 13.005 million. Let's see here. 12.3 from Nidix. 13.1 Nerg, you're over. 13 million flat from the Sound of Cheese. Hang on. Do you hear that? That's cheese. 13 million, the Sound of Cheese. That's gonna be really, really almost impossible to beat because even 13.1 is over, and so the Sound of Cheese wins this one. Congratulations. It's a lucky galactic power number. Let's get the mod score registered here for, I think that's the primary reason Samuel's doing this. 12.03, 25.2. Okay. 12.03, 25.2. So just moderate improvements there, and I don't have this available today. These aren't available. I don't know. Are these helping anybody? I don't think this is really providing any extra color for us, to be honest. I don't know. What are we at? 13.005.514. Okay, let's get we're gonna get our timer going. We're gonna take a look at that on, we're gonna take a look at that. Where am I here? Here. So on the chart, 13 million, 25.2, we're gonna be right up here. And right there. So one of our top 15 mod scores that we've ever seen, continue to see, get shown over and over again from the Stanimal today. Congratulations, sir. Sir, your mods are a sight to see, a sight to see. All of the ships, now if you farmed all the ships, that's something I've really been recommending to everybody. Like, finish your comeuppance. Finish, Rogue One is just not even out yet. Yeah, I would definitely finish your comeuppance. It's worth finishing. I know this fleet doesn't do much, but you never know. All of a sudden, boom, there's another lifter, and we've got something special on our hands. So I would definitely be finishing that ship right now just to have it done on the roster. But you don't have a Zori team, though, do you? So we're in Kyber 2. We're farming all the Datacrons. Tell me, Stanimal, are you kind of with me? I don't know how you're thinking about these Datacrons, but I just want to... I want as many of these Datacrons as possible for the next 4 months so I can just unload these. I want these Datacrons top to bottom. You went to max on these for Captain Phasma, HK. You really went all in on those. I don't think that's worth the investment, but maybe it's gonna work for you. I don't know. No Hondo, no Ahsoka, no Kenobi. No Kenobi. You've got to be close to Jedi Master Kenobi. Relic 5 Poncho Bros isn't very good either. You got to get those guys to 7. Seven Peridia Pals. I keep trying to focus Crons out. All right. I can't keep adding fields to the spreadsheet. Waiting for Power King Hondo and the Stranger and then Kenobi. Okay. Just kind of taking this as it comes, not really worried about this too much, and there we go. Nice roster, dude. All right, guys, let's do this. Since the mod score is so high, 25, let's guess the final 300 speed character on this roster. We've got... you got your Galactic. Who is the last 300 speed character on this roster? Probably be somewhere in this range. Darth Vader's up at Relic 9 already. Yeah, who do you think is the last 300 speed character on the roster, everybody? Relic 8 Sidious, huh? What's that all about? What's the purpose of that? Asking for a friend. Someone says Malgus. Where is he? There's Malgus. Relic 9 Malgus. Hera. Hera's down here. That's a pretty big difference from Malgus to Hera. Starkiller. Up there. I think I'm going to go with Scout Trooper. It doesn't look promising. 292. Zori at gear 12. 295. Fifth Brother. 301 on Fifth Brother. Darth Vader 300. You don't get a lot of that. Darth Vader 300. Somebody said Starkiller. Nope. It's just Darth Vader. Starkiller is close. It's just Darth Vader. So let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 40, 46, 47 non-GLs. Nice roster, Stanimal. Looking good, my friend. Looking good. Idiots is great in TW with Bane. I agree. Idiots is great. Durzo. Durzo Blitz 6544 orders 66 Hellions. We got Kenobi. We got the Profundity at 4 stars. We got Erodium 4. Of course, Stanimal. Of course. All right, Durzo's at 1.3, 2.59 on the mod score. Squad GP 6.61. I've seen this roster a lot. Everybody, guess the galactic power. I get like daily DMs, everybody. I get daily DMs on the Coliseum and this out works, this out doesn't work, etc., etc. It just seems like the effort involved to understand how to possibly make Coliseum and character advancement maybe work for you is just crazy, dude. I'm finishing up Balin this week after I get Jedi Master Kenobi to Relic 7. Who should I go after next? Another Meta Team or Rey? Working Leviathan is what I'm going to say. Rey, probably. All right, the time is up and the guesses are in. Let's take a look. We are at $10.212 million. North Mountain is over. 10, 10, 10, 10. Yeah, so far nobody's really getting 9.89 from Inspector IP. I think that's the closest. 9.89. Inspector IP. Congratulations. It's by far the dumbest of all game modes in the history of game modes. That's funny. Okay. First, we pull mod score. Finishing up Balin after you get Jedi Master Copy 7. Who's next? .3, 2.59. There we go. 12.3, and then we're at 10.2. Let's see here. 10.212.455. All right, so we had some mod improvement there. I don't know about this stuff, but the mods aren't great. But I know that Durzo's aware those mods aren't perfect. But we definitely had some improvement on the mods, so good job there. All right. Pro 4-star Profundity, 5-star Executor. You know me, I'm all about investing crystals to get these things, you know, moving faster, but, you know, that's all right. Username showed up? All right, Mod Squad, baby. Welcome to Username 1234, the initial member of our Mod Squad. I would definitely be working on these two guys right now. And this guy. Yeah, I would think Marauder, and then are you getting close to Leviathan? You should be farming for Leviathan. You should be farming for Leviathan. All right, that's first. We're finishing up Jedi Master Luke. I'm going to say this. I don't think Relic 5 on a Galactic Legend is going to be enough for you. I just don't see that being the way to work it. Now, these are two kind of secondary Galactic Legends at the moment, but you never know when a Datacron's going to come out or something, or a Lifter, and boost them into, like, extraordinary status. I also not even sure 7 is enough on a Galactic, like 8 or 9. I think Galactic Legends merit 8 or 9 just because if you're gonna use them in multiple games, like if you're in Rote, you wouldn't even be able to use these guys past what the third level of Rote. So just something to consider there. Just something to consider there. You said you're finishing up Balin next? Yep. Balin's a permanent event now, right? Yeah, it is. Got the, yeah, so you're Balin ready. You should be able to go get him unlocked. And then you said maybe Rey next? Yeah. I mean, she's so good. Better with Ezra Exile, but you're getting Jedi Master Copy 7 when you get more signal data. I mean, again, 7 is okay, but I just think in the era of Relic Delta, as Relic Delta settles in, you're gonna want to have those GLs at 8 and 9. So, just a thought there for the future. Think about the future, Eckhart. Name that movie. It's Eckhart. Think about the future. I should give it away. I would say as far as an individual character that would make a big difference on your roster, Barriss Offee, you know, she's a pretty good plug and play for almost any Jedi or Galactic Republic team or Starkiller team, depending on the situation. Batman, that's correct. 1989 Batman. Great line. I love that movie. Oop. Well, Leviathan's a ways away for you. I mean, you don't have any ships farm unless you got them all sitting there just unactivated. You've got a lot of ship farming to do here. A lot. A lot. A lot of some relic levels. No Darth Malik. Where's your Darth Malik, dude? Where's your Darth Malik, dude? I don't know where Darth Malik is. It's not Jack Nicklaus. Jack Nicklaus is the best golfer ever, Track Media. Try again. Yeah, get Darth Malik. Yeah, I'm thinking Rey and Leviathan. Then what do we got? Lord Vader. One thing you could work on is getting Scorch up to go with Tarkin for the raid. That's just a thought. Malik next weekish. Gotcha. Oh, that's all still true, Ante Badaniak. That's 100% true. Nobody farms Rey. You buy in her Lightspeed bundle. Her farm is a really low value target farm. Nobody just farms her outside of Lightspeed bundles. Almost, literally, everything you just said about, it's funny how I said that, is still true. It can still be true that nobody farms Rey outside of buying her Lightspeed bundle, and yet she's still a great defensive character in the game. Those can both be true. Because everybody's farming her with Lightspeed bundles. 100%. Everything you just said, amazing. Everything you just said is true. Jack Nicklaus was the greatest golfer ever, though, for sure. So yeah, I'm looking at Rey and Leviathan. You might, I mean, you've already gone pretty deep into the new Bad Batch. You might as well get those guys finished off at this point. I know it's for the raid. I would just get, there's no point in holding back at this point. Who are you? Oh, Omega Fugitive. Yeah, I would just go ahead and take them all to Relic at some point. I hate to tell you, Charles Hamilton, there's a significant amount of empirical evidence to prove that Tiger Woods is the second best golfer ever. I love Tiger as much as the next guy. I tuned in every time that guy picked up a club. I was in. There is a significant amount of empirical evidence to prove that Tiger Woods is the second best golfer to ever play the game. So. Star Wars vet, his name is Choda, but that's okay. Anyway, there you go, Durzo. Who's up next? Katie Rushby. Katie Rushby, the Clankas. That's my guild also. That's our guild for Nooch 2 Perfect. There is your I got this team. That looks a lot like my team. Carbonite 2. This looks a lot like my account. Is this my account? Actually, no, I have a 7-star Houndstooth because I did it much sooner than you. All right, let's pull the mod score here. We are at 5.2, 5.47, not much of a gap. That means it's kind of a newer account. 1.41 million squad GP. It's going to be a nice mod score. There's the front page. Guess the galactic power. Oh, are you the best golfer ever? Slooty. Mr. Kestis is about 30 minutes behind on the stream. You're just making things up, Charles Hammond. And here's the deal. Here's the deal with when you look at athletics over time, and this applies to everything. You could look at military leaders, whatever. You could only compare athletes against the era that they're playing in. You can't say that Jack Nicklaus was playing with persimmon woods and metal shafts. You can't Balada ball. You cannot compare Jack Nicholson's actual performance on the course to Tiger. Tiger Woods is out driving him by 75 yards, 50, 75. Yeah, because all the equipment is way beyond what they had at the time. But you can compare their actual performance, and if you put them in a bubble and they have had the same equipment in their prime on the same day, I'm taking Jack Nicholson. I did it now. I'm taking Jack Nicklaus 100% of the time. Tiger will beat him. Jack will win 60-40 of those. You can't just say that. Jack had Greg Norman blowing every tournament. How many tournaments? Here's your question. That's ludicrous. Greg Norman didn't play until the 80s. Jack was winning majors in the 60s and 70s. That's a stupid comment. Charles Hamilton, I'm sorry. You're just way off base here. Greg Norman blows 2 tournaments to Jack and that, or whatever it is, and that's your measure? Lee Trevino, Gary Player, Arnold Palmer. Who else is out there? He's playing against the greats. Tom Watson. He's beating them all. Yeah, you're just wrong. You're just wrong. Yeah, you take a modern driver and a modern golf ball and put it in 30-year-old Jack Nicklaus's hands. Holy crap. Some things are going to happen, my friend. Some things are going to happen. Yeah, Jack did face significantly better competition. That is true. But, again, that's really hard to measure as well. That's really hard to measure. It just is. You can take your jacket off. It's not a green jacket, so whatever. All right, the time is up and the guesses are in. And here we go. 2.4 million galactic power. No guesses on the shorts feed. No guesses on Twitch. Just supporting Tiger being better than Jack for whatever reason. Just gonna die on that hill. 2.2 username. 2.33 EF Hauser. That's a new name for a wiener today. Good job, EF Hauser. Congratulations. Congratulations, EF Hauser. I'm pulling it up. Hold on. Here it is. AI's got it for us. Major wins. Jack Nicklaus 18, Tiger Woods 15. PGA Tour wins. Tiger's got him. 82-73 total wins. Other professional wins, I don't really know what that means. Like skins games and stuff, I don't know. Major runner finishing second in a major. Jack's up 19-7 there. Finishing top 10 in a major. Jack's got him by 73-41. Consecutive cuts made. That's really impressive. This is weird. Did they not keep track of it? I don't understand this. By the way, let me back up a little bit. There is no shade being thrown at Tiger Woods here. Like zero. Tiger Woods. 142 consecutive cuts. That's a decade. That's a decade of making the cut every single time. This guy dominated golf for 15 years. Absolute monster. Number 2 GOAT. Jack is the best golfer ever. And I think Tiger would agree. Tiger was targeting this 18. If Tiger hits 18 or hits 19, I'm saying Tiger Woods is the greatest of all time. Tiger actually, I think, ruined his chances. You know, Jack said this very early. If you look back, Jack's like when Tiger was starting off, Jack said, he's great. I'm just not sure if he can sustain this for a long period of time because he just explodes. You know, his knees are going to give out, his back's going to give out, and that's exactly what happened. Not to mention Tiger's personal life, I think, really had a negative impact on his golf life. I think that's an objective statement. When he went through that divorce and getting with his wife whacking him with a golf club and crashing his car, his golf game just went to crap. Then, like, what, 5-7 years later, whatever it was, runs his car off a road at 100 miles an hour and just smashes his legs. So, I don't know. No. You haven't listened to Tiger Woods talk about Jack Nicklaus if you think his ego exceeds. No, I don't agree with that. Tiger Woods often stated that Jack Nicklaus is the best golfer of all time. On Jack Nicklaus, Jack, he's got 18, I'm at 14. He's the best of all time for now. And listen to, it's from the horse's mouth. I remember him saying this. Who's the best golfer? It's Jack. He's got 18 majors, I have 14. He's the best of all time. Positive thinking for now, and then his life goes off the rails. There you go. You know nothing about golf, Benjamin? That's all right. You're still welcome here. Did I type Jack Nicholson? Why do I keep doing it now? I'm railing on chat for doing it. Hold on. Let's take your little argument here, Charles. How many times did Greg Norman blow a lead to Jack Nicklaus? It's gonna be 2 at most. Greg Norman never blew a lead to Jack Nicklaus, never competed head-to-head with that is true. Norman was playing in the 80s when Jack Nicklaus was at the end. I think it only looks at that. It's that 96 Masters, but then Nick Faldo won that. So what are you talking about? In the Masters that year, he had a chance to force a playoff with Jack Nicklaus, but he flared. Okay, once. It was the year that Jack Nicklaus won when he was 40 whatever years old. Once. All right. Jack Nicklaus is the greatest golfer ever. Tiger Woods is the second greatest golfer ever. They're very close. Very close. At the height of their careers, with the same equipment, I think it's 60-40 Jack Nicklaus. I could be wrong. All right. Who are we looking at? Katie Rushby. 5.2, 5.47. And Galactic Power. These are nice mods. 2413122. Somebody said I go harder on golf than on the government. I played high school golf. Got injured trying out for the college team. I really still feel like I would have made it if I hadn't gotten injured. I was a scratch golfer at my home course at my senior year of high school. On my home course. Other courses, I would struggle when I go to a place and I'd never played there before. It was, yeah, so. All right, 2.4 million, 5.2, 5.47. That's going to be right there. So that's one of the top 5 mod scores down this. That's a great mod score. That's a great mod score. All right, let's get this timer started for Katie here. Katie Rushby, you out there? Are you still there? I got distracted here. Let me know if you're here, please. Okay, we've got the Houndstooth there. 2.4 million. It looks like a Lightspeed bundle, I think. No, IG's not up, so it's not a Lightspeed bundle. Bobby, hold on a second. There's Katie Rushby. Well, you're not farming Executor, so I don't know what you're working on here. You do have the 3 Geo ships. Not a lot of ship work. Your mods are great. There's not a lot of ship work going on here. I think you should work on a Malevolence with your Get To currency. You should get that fleet up. That should be one of your first big fleets with Voltroid, Hyena Bomber. And, I mean, you could work on this fleet too, but you're not working on, you know, you're not working on Executor. If you get that Endurance fleet built up, that can counter Executor, but you'd have to have the Marauder to do that. Yeah, ships need some work. They're just not, you're not really dialed in on anything. There's just nothing really focused here. So pick a path. You might be doing something here with the B-Wing. You're grabbing Maul shards. I don't know what that means. You're grabbing Malevolent shards. Okay. Well, are you farming the Bad Batch? Ooh, I saw some Peridia Pals there. Well, Malevolence won't help you at all if you don't have the Bad Batch farm, so you'll have to farm Hunter, Wrecker, and Tech for that ship. Just keep that in mind. I like your Peridia Pals. I like 2 of them. Death Trooper Parade is being worked on. Good, yeah, get him to 7, get them all to Relic 7. Poncho Bros at 7. You just got your Phoenix tokens. Got your Palpatine token. Tarkin's up for the raid. Got Wampa. It's a good start. It's a really good start. I love the Poncho Bros. And how are you doing on not really any assault battle work there. Well, outside of Duel of the Fates and Peridia Patrol, your assault battle stuff has some work to do. Did I say Malevolence? I don't know. You're farming Malevolence. Okay. I can't keep it straight. I've lost it. I've officially lost it. You've got to put some ship farming together here. There's just no, and if it's me, I'm still going I'm having trouble. If it's me, I'm still going for the Executor here to get that put together. Got some Geos farmed. I think it's just a really good start. Honestly, Katie Rushby, on an account like this, it's all about assault battles and Galactic Legend Leia Organa. I mean, they're going to give you Galactic Legend Leia Organa. And then once you got finished with that, you're going to, work your way into Jabba. So you should be farming for Jabba in the background on your way to Leia, which means Jedi Knight Luke and etc. But, I mean, you're in pretty good shape here. But you might have to become a golf channel. This Rebel fleet might be your best fleet right now with the B-Wing in there. Because I don't see much going on. Your fleets are pretty rough. So, if it's me, I'm gonna start farming an Executor, maybe build up an Endurance fleet. You're working on Malevolence, so that's a good thing. So that you should be working on Malevolence. You're gonna need to get the Hyena Bomber and finish those ships as well. I'm still gonna try to get to Executor with my roster, which is gonna feed into a couple of assault battles, and you really get your assault battle farming done while getting Leia with all the Lightspeed tokens that are coming your way in the next few months, and then working your way in the background to Jabba. I love your Peridia Pals and your Poncho Bro farming here. That's all I got to say. Not really ready for a lot of Datacrons yet, but your mods are tremendous. Your mods are tremendous. So nice work, dude. Nice work. Who's the greatest soccer player ever? I'm not that guy. I don't know. Pele? Somebody asked about Bobby Jones. So I haven't looked up Bobby Jones's stats. I'm going to tell you that I think you could argue that this guy that these two guys, Bobby Jones is really the guy that like invented the modern golf swing, right? He's the guy. He's the guy. Or made it fashionable to, you know, him there with Sam Snead, Ben Hogan. You can argue for these guys as well. I don't think they match up to Jack and Tiger. I think Jack and Tiger are clearly 1 and 2. And that's the rest of them. I always have a little bit of a leaning toward the OGs, like Bobby Jones, the original. Like Babe Ruth, the original. Like Star Wars: A New Hope, the original. I lean towards stuff like that because I feel like without a player like Bobby Jones, the rest of it doesn't exist. Without a player like Babe Ruth, the rest of it doesn't exist. And by the rest of it with Babe Ruth, I mean professional sports. Without Star Wars, you have without the movie Star Wars in its original format, almost nothing exists in cinema. Marvel doesn't exist, Jurassic Park doesn't exist, The Matrix doesn't exist. So that's why for me, a lot of times you look at like the OGs, the originals of anything, I have a tendency to go back to those and give them, like, maybe their stats don't maybe Bobby Jones' stats don't measure up to the stats of Jack Nicholson Tiger, but I would not have a problem if you put him in that conversation. I don't think anybody else belongs. Bobby Jones is the only one that might belong in that conversation. Empire Strikes Back is the only other Star Wars movie that belongs in the conversation with A New Hope. Maybe Rogue One. That's a great movie. But I do think that matters. I think it matters that Babe Ruth was hitting more home runs than other teams were hitting at the time. He just changed the entire game and the way it worked. Michael Jordan, I mean, just changed the entire way you market yourself, the way a basketball player can transform. I mean, just when you get those generational people, characters, movies, whatever, that transform the way something works, I think that over time, their stats might fade, but they just will stand out, and I think that that matters. So, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I could check Coliseum score. You're the only one that cares about that username. Congratulations on being top 25 in Coliseum. Beegs? Are you still here, Beegs? Speak up, say something, I'm giving. Larry Bird is the greatest basketball player of all time. He's the perfect prototype. I don't agree with that. In fact, I would highly disagree with that. I love Larry Bird. You can't call a guy that looks like a goofy, gangly... Like, Larry Bird operated like a big, awkward, gangly guy and just made every shot. I don't think you can call him a prototype. Nobody wants to look like Larry Bird going down the court. Biggs, there he is. Imperial Navy Troopers, Kyber 2. We got Leviathan. We got Hando. Oh, Naka. You could call Larry Bird the prototype for, like, you know, just drive and trash talking and carrying a team. That team, I know they put some other guys. I mean, Kevin McHale's in the Hall of Fame. I think Lance Parrish is in the Hall of Fame. Danny Ainge, Dennis Johnson. I don't think those guys in the Hall of Fame, but I mean, but that team was carried on the back of Larry Bird. Without Larry Bird, that's just an above average NBA team. Without Michael Jordan, and by the way, we documented this. Scottie Pippen ran that team for multiple years and Jordan wasn't there. It was just a very good above average NBA team. Without Scottie Pippen, the Bulls were just a very good above average NBA team. Scotty's underrated. Scotty's underrated. All right, 3.54, 7.58, 7.89 a squad GP, because he didn't have the personality of Jordan. Everybody guess the galactic power. Scotty, underrated. I should make a sports channel talk about all of my sports knowledge is 30 years old. Eventually, someday, we'll have a second channel here where we just play games and talk, and that's how that's gonna pan out eventually. Not there yet, though. Wilt Chamberlain, absolutely. See that now? That's part of the conversation. The problem with was Havlicek after Bird? I thought Havlicek was before Bird, or same time period. Check swgoh.gg, cool kid Shadow. You can find all the mods there. Don't forget, Larry broke his finger playing softball, was permanently messed up. John retired 1 year before Larry, I think. I hate to tell you, Charles Hamilton, we're going to argue again. Everybody deals with injuries. Everybody. I mean, you look at these guys. I get it. I mean, am I going to go back and say, like, well, Josh Hamilton was doing drugs and had injuries, but man, when he was on, he was the best. By the way, Josh Hamilton is not a fair comparison. Larry Bird is well above. But, yeah, the only one I could take away there would be Sandy Koufax, who, if he was playing today, would have had a longer career. Sandy Koufax completely down. There's a guy that changed the game. Sandy Koufax is the most dominant pitcher ever in Major League Baseball. Maybe besides Walter Johnson. See, all my knowledge, that's now we're talking like 70, 60 years ago. I could bring that knowledge to them. You think that producing a YouTube sports channel and having it be successful is much easier than it is. That's what you think. All right, guys, the time is up and the guesses are in. Let's take a look. We are at 12.4 million. 12.4 million. No guesses in the shorts feed. 12.6 North Mountain is over. 12 million from Cornflake. What's the Chowda all about? What is that? What's the Chowda? Because I want to say Chowda. I always want to say Cornflake Chowda, but it's not. It's Chowda. Speaking of Larry Bird, Chowda. 12 million from Cornflake. 12.08 from Matt DKR. We're getting some new names at the top of the leaderboard today. Oh, AF Hauser did it again. AF Hauser. No, wait a minute. What's your channel name? Is this something that you... Oh, that's just Vaderade. Oh, he's always been good at this. Darn it. Stupid YouTube. Stupid YouTube. It's just Vaderade. Sorry, dude. I thought there was somebody new making good guesses, but it's just the same guy that's always made guesses. You think new Chewie should be Yahweh? Oh, no. We can't do that. We can't do that. No. No. We can't go about calling a character anything close to that. No, we're not doing. I'm not investing in that. Chowda. All right, 3.54, 7.58. Steady improvement. 12, 429, 262. All right. Woo, wrong button. Well, Biggs at 12 million, 7.58. It's a low mod score, but you're improving. $12 million. You want to get yourself up to 14, so you're only halfway where you need to be. But the mod score, that's why we keep track. The mod score is improving, and that's a positive, so we'll give it a positive. Let's get the timer started and get this review going here for Biggs. I need to get moving on these reviews. Okay. Leviathan, Profundity, Executor. All the ships are here. The one thing I'm going to recommend to you, and I've been saying to everybody, is finish off all the ships you haven't finished off. For example, you don't have Raven's Claw ready to go. If you had farmed Raven's Claw like 6 months ago and just got it done to 7 stars as just like a side farm you were doing, then you would have been that much better off when the B-Wing came out. You're probably having some success without Raven's Claw and the B-Wing, but I just always recommend with an account at 12 million, you've got Hyena Bomber, Raven's Claw, the Star Fortress, Comeuppance, Emperor Shuttle. They're all under 7 stars. B-Wing is a new ship. It'll be there soon. You should farm all these ships. Get them to 7 stars so that when we get that next Separatist lifter, when we get that next, Radis lifter, when we get those lifter ships, you're just ready to go from day one. You want to, that's a preparation thing from your roster and managing your resources. So on a roster like this, Biggs, I think you should be farming these ships in the background. If you can't farm them all, farm a couple of them now, finish them off, then farm a couple more like that. You want to be ready for when those lifters come or that next big, massive capital ship comes and it requires one of those ships and you're behind on it. You want to be ready for that. So that's just a prep for you. Beak says, I'm not sure. Era units are at 26 and 27. So some investment in the era units. There you go, user. I'm not sure if I can be farming GL Ahsoka or work on Jedi Master Mace Windu. Bringing up my relics currently. Well, Jedi Master Mace Windu is going to be very easy for you to farm. Well, you got Jedi Master Mace Windu. Honestly, we've been bagging on him in Grand Arena, but he does require a decent counter. I didn't want that. He does require a decent counter, and since you're so on top of it, I would just finish him off. I would just finish him off. So I would finish off your Jedi Master Mace Windu. You are going to need to take a solid look at your roster and start getting some more relic levels in these characters. Who'd you put the 10 on? Nobody yet? For instance, I took Ezra Bridger Exile to Relic 9 for this round of Grand Arena. And he's going to be sitting on my... And I got Rey at 10 and Ben Solo at 9. Those three are going to sit together on defense for a long time. Ezra's not going to go on that Ahsoka team until I get her up. So you need to start making some decisions about some teams. I love your Relic 9, Poncho Bros, and Peridia Pals. That's excellent. I mean, Leia Organa, Rey, those are two great decisions for a Relic 10, your first Relic 10 on the roster. Kylo's fun. I don't know if Hondo's going to be a great Relic 10, but, you need to start pumping up the volume on your relic levels and make that a priority. You want everybody's got to be at least Relic 7. You want everybody at Relic 7 across the board, a few 10s. Okay, they gave you some additional mats. So we got the R10 mats given to us, and you had some more mats in there as well. Well, we only got 5 R9s in our first year of R9 4 years ago. That's why it's a resource management game, user. Okay, so you use those mats. You're still sitting on the Relic 10 stuff. You don't have a character ready for Relic 10. Maybe Hondo. But, you know, you'll use it down the road. I don't think that's a bad idea. You just keep spreading it around, get everybody up to R7, and then move on R8, etc. You know, work on that. That's the stuff I'd be working on. Your roster looks great. Probably more Datacron farming for sure. That would help you a lot. That would overcome your lack of mods. Mr. Oyster, you here? Yeah, try refreshing, but something's going on my end with the signal. I don't know. It's giving me a thing here. It says there's not enough data going through. All right, we got Mr. Oyster here, of course, Delman ends. Arnie Palmer. Who wants an Arnie Palmer? Name that movie. Arnie Palmers. You might think by looking at me I'd be hairy, but no. Shaved. Uh-oh, Mr. Oyster. Mr. Oyster. It's not Happy Gilmore. Might have, I mean, I guess it could have been in there. It was golf, but no. Not a golf movie. Your dad started making a lemonade with sweet tea vodka and called it a John Daly. There he is. Okay, he's here. All right, Mr. Oyster. There's the front page Carbonite 2. We got the Malevolence with some weird ships. We got Kylo there. Somebody's got to know this movie. $10 minutes. Oh, the Coliseum reset's coming up. Let's go. 1.9, 2.36, 2.63 million squad GP. There's the front page. Guess the galactic power. Fringe got it. Fringe is with me. You thinking what I'm thinking? Aim for the bushes. I just watched this the other day. I watch the other guys about once a year. That is, the other guys is a highly, highly underrated comedy. That's like top 10 comedies of all time for me. The other guys, yeah, very underrated. Let's define the optimal tier 6 strategy. I don't think anybody cares. You can tell us in chat, user, what's that optimal strategy? You said, user, that it gets interesting around tier 6, so yeah, let us know the strategy up there. We'll be there eventually. Sometime early February, we'll all get to level 6 of the Coliseum. It'll be thrilling. You can with the exact same team lose tier 5 or get to 60% of tier 6. There you go. There's a level 6. All right, the time is up. The guesses are in. Let's take a look. We are at 4.746 million galactic power. No, we got a Ruarc over there on the shorts feed. Is that Zach? Let's see here. 4.2 from North Mountain. 4.4 from Cornflake again. 4.5 from Tacitus. 4.7 from Nightshade. I think that's gonna do it. Nightshade, you got it. Nice guess. All right, let's get the mod score in here. 1.9, 2.36. Whoop. Progress. Galactic power 4746601. 4746601. All right, so mod progress, it's not going to be great. 4.7 million, 2.36. Yeah, you're below average, not like exceedingly below average, but there was improvement made, so we'll leave it at that. All right, Mr. Oyster, let's see here. We got Malevolence. That's kind of it. Malevolence with crappy ships. This is better than your Malevolence fleet, but it's still not super exciting. At least that's maxed out. TIE Defender being worked on. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, your fleets are not exciting. I would just pick something and go all in. At least get one complete. Everything is like incomplete. It's like incomplete here, incomplete there, incomplete here, incomplete there, etc., etc. It's just, yeah, lots of incomplete stuff going on. Lots of incomplete stuff going on. Read the scroll there, H19. Datacrons are underwhelming. Mods are a little underwhelming. Kylo's Relic 8. Who'd you get with that Rebel Lightspeed token? Nobody yet? Thank you, Nightshade. I appreciate the support, my friend. Era is just proceeding as, well, 4 stars, so you did something to get to 4 stars. Maybe the $30 pack? What did you invest that Rebel Lightspeed token in? See, I just, you haven't used it yet. I mean, I just don't feel like there's anything to get around other than farming Galactic Legend Leia on an account like this. I just think you have to farm her. I mean, I think it's just gotta be Leia and Bo-Katan Mandalore in your future. That's what I think. Now, what do your Poncho Bros look like? The Poncho Bros need some work. You could Lightspeed token Qui-Gon and get Padawan Obi-Wan, get him to Relic 7. What are we efforting here? Maybe Adrad's not a bad choice. What are we working on, Oyster? I'm not clearly seeing what's being... I'm just not seeing it. Like, the ships are all... It's a bunch of incomplete fleets. You've got Kylo. And we got Rolo. We got Cholo. We got some Revans here. It's got Revan and Malik. That's never a bad direction to go at the point of the game you're at. Getting your Revan teams done. Never a bad course of action. That'll be some good assault battle farming. So I would fully support the Revan teams with Darth Malik getting done, working your way to Leia Organa with the tokens and everything, but you're gonna have room to do more stuff. You should be building on the Leia farm with the Lightspeed. You know, you're gonna have the Leia farm, you're gonna have the Bo-Katan Mandalore. I'd definitely be farming Jabba in the background. I'd be working on my Poncho Bros and my Peridia Pals and assault battle farming. So if you end up here a few months from now, if you got Kylo and you get Leia from the tokens and you go get Jabba, you've got your Poncho Bros up, your Peridia Pals up, you've rounded out some of your fleets. That's where I think you want to be looking at on this roster. And you got all your assault battles like a challenge, challenge tier 3. I think that's the goal for the roster. That's what I'm looking at. Does that help? Make sense? Harm? What does that do for you? I do also think you should work on more Datacrons. You're working on getting your mods better. Datacrons are a great equalizer. Looks like you have done a little bit more work this time around. I'm gonna tell you, this set of Datacrons, when you get the big words on level 6, and the way to do this, Sluty had the best way to do this, is just get the alignment that you want. Tank, attacker, support, whatever, light side, dark side, tank attack, and then take it all the way to level 9, and then if you didn't roll all the words, go back and re-roll this to get all the words. That's the best way to roll these Datacrons. But yeah, more Datacron farming would really round out your roster and help you out a lot. Waiting for all the new stuff that's coming, so I'm holding back for a while. What new stuff? What, like the current era characters? You don't have really places for them to fit. Maybe Stormtrooper Luke. I mean, maybe you'd have to get Princess Leia. See, here's the thing with the new characters. Lightspeed tokens. All right. Well, round out your fleets. Leia, Jabba, Poncho Bros, Peridia Pals, Revans. That's what I'm looking at on the roster, dude. That's what I'm looking at. Tacitus Kilgore, let's take a look, man. Kilgore, New Galaxy Deadbeats, Erodium 2, Executor, Kylo with Rey. You here, Tastisk? 3 point. I think you're here. You found something. You did a guess really well. I can't talk. You're here. You did a guess a little while ago. 3.17, 6.76, Squad GP 7.18. There's the front page. Guess the galactic power. I haven't done Wordle.